The state cannot win the battle against GBV on its own because it is rooted in society. Now, 70% of South Africa's poor people live in rural areas under the control of traditional leaders. The institution of traditional leadership was and remains a common and legitimate form of authority over some more than 18 million people living outside of the urban areas. We as traditional leaders command a strong following of people entrusted to our care by our ancestors. We have authority, moral authority, and our people look to us for guidance and solutions. The trust placed in us is not misplaced because for generations, traditional leaders have been implementers of positive change in society. At its best, our institution is unrivaled in the pursuit of peace, justice, and freedom of every individual from any inhuman and degrading treatment. We love our people. Traditional leaders have a uniquely strong voice and are best positioned to lead the efforts to eradicate any social ills, including GBV and poverty. We wear multiple hats. We are preachers, educators, peacekeepers, social workers, preservers of our people's cultures and collective conscience. I don't have all the answers, but with help from global partners such as UNODC, we can equip ourselves and put systems and measures in place that are designed to protect the weak and vulnerable among us. We also have produced erudite scholars, sons and daughters of the soil, who can help us develop homegrown solutions. Let us therefore open wide the doors of our traditional councils and royal residences to help and practice knowledge sharing among ourselves. Let us build a society that functions like the human body, where the vulnerable parts are hidden behind protective enclosures. Our communities should be characterized by the strong protecting the weak, not preying on their vulnerability. Let us close ranks around the women and children in our communities to protect them.
It's more about cooperation and to assist the law enforcers. But we know that sometimes when crime happens, there will be no time for reporting, for arrest and the like. But at least information should be able to revert back to say there is this issue in your area and we are informing you and we are asking for your cooperation. Not necessarily that every arrest, before arrest they must report, because sometimes a criminal will not be there waiting for such processes to happen.
We do realize that substance abuse is also rampant in communities. And there are several pathways towards women and children getting violated. Some of those are through substance use. And we think that there's a lot of scope for prevention measures in the community, as well for traditional leaders to talk about the dangers of drug abuse, how to prevent it, and the various ways and means and places to get support from, including development of hotlines in the communities. So our message is that it can be done, and we are the people to do it.
The reality is that those who have to implement the legislation and laws and programs of government on the ground, especially in the rural areas, know that they have to interact and get the buy-in of traditional leaders, because the royal residence or traditional council is the gateway into the community, and those are the people without resources, adequate resources, are busy fighting gender-based violence and other societal crimes. Before our people in the countryside have to report crime to the police, they have to report it to the institution of traditional leadership in its various levels, in its hierarchy. So a number, therefore, of criminal incidents are prevented or dealt with at that level, and some of them don't even go to the courts based in the towns of our country. So it's important, therefore, that the traditional courts bill be expedited, becomes law, so that the traditional leaders can unleash the potential that they have to address the problem of crime, especially gender-based violence in our areas.